2001 was absolutely a tragic and sad year for the United States of America, but it also dawned the beginning of a brand new era. Jimmie Johnson made his first start in October of 2001, and here is his 2001 Lowe's Power of Pride Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Howdy folks, it's Diecastbuffet here again, and welcome back to another NASCAR Diecast review. So Wave 7 is just literally piping hot right now. Just got announced on the fix this week. Everyone's buzzing about it. But guess what, guys? We have our first Wave 7 review right here. Jimmie Johnson's 2001 Lowe's Power of Pride Monte Carlo. And my God, let me tell you, saying Monte Carlo just, it absolutely brings back so much nostalgia. I mean, I remember going to the local Walmart, looking left and right and finding like the 2002 Looney Tunes cars, man. The Monte Carlo molds. Holy Jesus, man. As soon as I seen this car was going to be in Wave 7, I knew I had to have it. I had to. Absolutely had to. This thing is beautiful. Let's go ahead and pan to the back here. So this is from Wave 7, guys. It's only 8 cars in this wave. But guess what? Every single one of these diecasts, of course, minus the Byron, minus the Martin Truex Jr., and of course the Paul Menard, because we reviewed these two and I'm not reviewing that one. The other 5 diecasts are going to be reviewed on the channel. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get this diecast out of the package. Sweet baby Jesus, is this diecast beautiful? Oh my God, man. Oh my God, this is a gorgeous looking diecast, and it feels like a winter circle car, man. It feels like it. You got the weight, you know, you can kind of compare it to here. It's a little bit more lighter. You can kind of see how we'll compare. This is a original 2001 Monte Carlo. This is our original, right? This is the Jeff Gordon one. You can kind of see how the molds, so we can go ahead and get a nice, good, crisp zoom. You can kind of see how the molds are similar, but they have changed a little bit. You can kind of see how the tailpipe, all that good stuff is the same. The nose kind of kicks out a little bit more on the original, and you can just see a drastic difference in the front, how the headlights are different, and the Chevrolet logo is significantly smaller. But yeah, no question, it's got that same feel, but just a little bit lighter, just a little bit lighter. So let's go ahead and dig into this diecast. So starting off on the hood, you know, you just got that just iconic Lowe's hood logo, and this is at a time where 2001, which it was a changing of the guard in NASCAR. Tragic events of a 9/11, and then of course the death of Dale Earnhardt Sr. You know, there was a big void in the world of NASCAR, and this was Jimmie Johnson's first start in Charlotte of 2001. And many people don't realize, but Jimmie Johnson never was able to race against Dale Earnhardt Sr. Kind of interesting how he never raced Dale Earnhardt Sr., but he has as much championships as him, you know? You know, Jimmie Johnson has been a class act through his entire career. Sure, he might not be the fan favorite because he wins a lot, let's be honest. He's won a lot of championships, but absolutely a class act on and off the racetrack. I have never heard anything really bad about him. He's always raced clean, and that's something I think a lot of people could appreciate. So, on the nose, I mean, significantly smaller bow tie. I mean, my goodness. I mean, you can just see how different the bow tie is. I mean, it is just so little. That absolutely is either really accurate to the car or it is significantly downscaled. I got Monte Carlo here and just very detailed grill inlets. Oh my God, man. I love these Monte Carlo molds. And this was back in 2001, man. I mean, just wow. Can you believe it, man? 2001. And look at those contingencies. You got the Goodyear logo there. You got Moog, Clivite, Prestone, Union 76, Simpson, Edelbrock. What is that? Plasti Lock. I think that's what it is. Got NASCAR. It's supposed to say Winston Cup, but they can't. But at least they got the NASCAR font of the Winston logo. You got NASCAR race car, NASCAR Winston Cup. That's what it would say. You got Ray Bestos, Holly, 3M, Gatorade, Spicer, Comp, Goodyear, Bowman, Aero Quip, Infogra. Wow! Wow! I'm dumbfounded, guys. We got a diecast made with the EA Sports and an Infograms logo. What? What? That is insane, man. Look right there. EA Sports and Infograms. They were the two companies that made NASCAR games back then. You had Infograms that made the NASCAR Heat line. And you had EA Sports that made the Thunder line. Really interesting stuff. I'm just going to say right now, really interesting to think that after all the licensing changes, they're still getting publicity. EA Sports is still getting publicity off NASCAR. That is crazy, man. I'm guessing in terms of legal jargon, it's considered a contingency sponsor and no longer a official NASCAR video game sponsor. That's probably how they got away with it. EA Sports probably had to sign off on it, but that's probably the reason why they got away with it. And, NASCAR Heat 4, 704 games or whatnot didn't get their panties in a wad. So you got Delphi Haas. Wow. I can't see that one, and I can't read that one. Then you got Hendrick. I think that's something 100th anniversary. I think it's something to do with Chevrolet or something. Or no, probably 100 wins or starts, something like that. I'm not too sure. If you know what that 100 right there means, just go ahead and fill me in the comment section below. You got Quaker State. It looks like a baseball over there. That looks pretty cool. This is back when the 1-800 Marrow 2 was on the race cars. For bone marrow disease, I believe. Power of Pride Lows. And this is how you do a proper diecast. Not this goofy NBC playoff emoji garbage. No, this is a straight up beautiful diecast, man. Beautiful, beautiful. We'll go ahead and pan to the back end of this thing. And this is my favorite part of the early 2000s Monte Carlo is the rear of these cars. And believe it or not, the back end of these cars are so... I mean, they are so retro. Look at these things. To think that they used to make street cars based on this. I mean, this thing looks like it's out of the 50s, bro. You got a ducktail spoiler. You got these almost thin taillights. You got a big old curvy bumper. I mean, when I see this, I think of NASCAR 2003. Thunder 03. Just cruising around at Atlanta Motor Speedway as Jimmie Johnson or Jeff Gordon or heck, even Jerry Nadeau or something, wow, some serious nostalgia, but we got some serious decal problems. I don't know if y'all can see that, but look at the black over here in the corner. It's right underneath those rivets, and then look on this side. It is doing a dive, so to speak. You can see how the black is high over here, and it goes down here, so that's a little bit of a decal issue, and then we'll go ahead and get it corrected, but I'm not really sure what the heck's going on this side, but wow, this thing looks goofy. So the 48 logo is trying to jump inside the race car. You got all your normal contingencies. At least the Goodyear logo is half decent, but yeah, you can kind of see how this side is all jacked up. You got the trim line that's pushed up. You got the Power of Pride, Lowe's, all that good stuff. Jimmie Johnson. I mean, this is Jimmie Johnson's rookie car. This is the first NASCAR Cup Series start. Look how bad that rookie stripe is. I mean, that thing is just atrocious. Oh my goodness. It's got some issues. I'm not going to lie, it's got some issues. Now, look at the roof here. You ain't got no goofy roof flap sponsorship. No, it's a straight up 48, but that's actually the original 48 font. They changed that for 2002, and let me tell you, his first win came at Fontana in 2002, and I personally think that would be a just crown jewel diecast to get if they made his 2002 Fontana first win in the NASCAR Authentics line. I would buy that thing in a heartbeat. Oh my god. American Firefighters, Heroes All USA, DC, PA, USA, September 11th, 2001. sad, you know, sad, but it's a way they pay tribute to those who were fallen. So you got the Jimmie Johnson 48 look in there. I mean, you can just tell it's early 2000s-esque. Just very, very basic, very beautiful. Power of Pride, Lowe's, Jimmie Johnson's signature, Hendrick Motorsports, and of course, they never made this, guys. This is the first opportunity to get this in 1/64 scale. Go over here to the back of it. A historic moment for a future 7-time champion. On October 7th, 2001, future 7-time champion Jimmie Johnson made his first NASCAR start in the top series. Driving the number 48 Lowe's Power of Pride Chevrolet for team owner Rick Hendrick, Johnson started 15th in the UAW GM Quality 500 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The race was just the first step in what would become an unparalleled career in motorsports. Part of the NASCAR Classics line from Lionel Racing, this commemorative diecast celebrates an important moment in the life of a future NASCAR Hall of Fame driver. And that's pretty cool how they put future NASCAR Hall of Fame driver, because let me tell you, if Jimmie Johnson did not go to the Hall of Fame, oh my god, there would be riots. Holy cow, man, this is a beautiful diecast. And before we end this video, I just want to point out some details and some differences here. So go ahead and we'll get there we go, get a nice good crisp image. So the first thing that's different compared to this diecast, compared to the original 2001, the tires are different very slightly. You can kind of see how the original 2001 Jeff Gordon is a little bit more fat on the tires, skinny on the wheels, and then of course on the 2001 replica, so to speak, it has a little bit skinnier tires, a little bit bigger deep dish wheels. I think the front, to believe it or not, I think the front is actually slightly smaller. Actually, no, take a look at the nose. The nose is much smoother on the 2001 replica. It looks a lot smoother for some reason, and I feel like it's a little shorter too. Maybe it's just me. I feel like it's a little shorter, but it could just be the very well same mold. It's just executed a little differently. And we'll go ahead and compare the back ends here. You can kind of see how, I mean, they're pretty darn spot on. There is a slight difference. Like you can kind of see in the middle between the two spoilers, there's a gap. On this one, it's just one solid thing. So yeah, the molds are what they probably are. They're probably just fine-tuned, really. They're probably just fine-tuned because, you know, they gotta keep it up with the times. You know, they probably have technology now that they can make these die-casts much more accurate than they could, you know, 20 years ago. So I do appreciate the most authenticity they can get. And one last look at the nose, and you can just see how the noses are significantly different. Significantly. Like the Jeff Gordon nose, in my opinion, the 2001 looks a lot less authentic compared to this one, because if you remember back in 2001, 2002, the Chevrolets had a kick out on the nose. The diecast looked like a rounded off nose, and so did the cars in 2002, 2003 Thunder. The reality is the nose was kicked out and it was kind of flat arched. It wasn't like a hook like that. It was more or less kind of like that. They just had a long nose that just, swooped down. But no question, man, this is a beautiful diecast. If you are able to pick up this car, hopefully within a month or so, at your local retailer, man, let me tell you, you are not going to be disappointed. You are going to love this diecast. I absolutely give it my approval. This is the hottest car, Wave 7, man. Absolutely get it. It's Jimmie Johnson's first start, man. You gotta get it, man. You gotta get it. With all that being said, thank y'all so much for watching the video. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss any of my new content. With all that being said, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you're having a great one. And Diecastbuffet, signing off.